Hey there folks, Graham here and welcome to the channel. Today's question is, can you have too much music gear or can you never have enough music gear? Well, I was thinking about that the other day as I was going through my studio, and from my hardware synths to my VSTs, from my microphones to other sound equipment, I realised I had over 100 pieces of gear, which seemed like quite a lot. So I thought I'd give you a quick run through of everything that I've got in my studio. Now you might see some gear in here that you already own, or indeed you might see some gear in here that you might be interested in owning. Either way, leave us some comments and let us know, but for now, let's dive in and take a look. So here's the studio, or some may call spare bedroom, which on the surface of it doesn't look like there's an awful lot of stuff here. However, let's dig in and take a closer look. So to start with, we've got 4 hardware synthesizers. We've got the Yamaha MODX 8 Plus synthesizer, we've got the DeepMind 12 from Behringer, an Arturia Matrix Brute, and a Behringer Neutron. So we've got the whole big 88 key digital workstation type thing. We've got an analog poly, an analog mono, and an analog mono stroke paraphonic. The Matrix Brute also does paraphonic. Then we've got a host of MIDI controllers. We've got the Arturia KeyStep 37, Arturia Keylab 61, Roly Seaboard Rise 49 MPE controller, a Spark LE drum machine, an FCB 1010 foot controller from Behringer, and a pair of Quadra Merge and Quadra Through boxes from MIDI Solutions. Then we've got some pedals. Everybody needs pedals. We've got a Yamaha FC4A sustain pedal, and we've got a Moog EP3 expression pedal. I also have 3 other generic foot switch pedals. Then there's the audio, so we can hear everything. I've got a pair of Sony MDR 7506 headphones, a pair of Creative T40 speakers, Samson Studio GT studio monitors, a Yamaha StagePass 400 BT PA system, a Behringer Xenix 1202 FX analog mixer, and a Behringer UMC 404 HD audio interface. But what about vocals for songs or for voiceovers on my videos? Well, we've got that covered with a Behringer Bigfoot USB condenser microphone, we've got a Studio Electronics 1XS condenser microphone, an Electro Voice ND767A dynamic mic, a Rode Wireless Go wireless microphone setup, and a TC Helicon Voice Live Touch 2 vocal transformer. Then there's guitars, just one of those, a Squier Strat. Then of course there's a computer for my music and video production. I've got an MSI Apache Pro and 2 separate monitors attached to that. Then there's cameras. I've got a Logitech C920 HD webcam and a Zoom Q2N 4K camera. I also use my iPhone and iPad so that I can have 4 cameras running at the same time. And that's pretty much all the hardware. So now let's move on to the VSTs. We've got VSTs from Korg, from Native Instruments, from Spectrasonics, Beatskills, Roland, Arturia, Steinberg, Roly and Cherry Audio. Starting off with Arturia, we've got the V Collection. I'm on V Collection 8. I haven't gone any further than that because I think I've got plenty already. I've got the overarching Analog Lab 5, the Buchla Easel, the B3 Hammond, the Matrix 12, the Synthi V, the Vocoder, the Minimoog, the OPXA, the Selena, the Synclavia, the Stage 73 electric piano, the Jupiter 8, the Modular, the pianos, the SEM, the CS80, the Clavinet, the CZV, Pigments, the Emulator 2, Mellotron, DX7, CMI, Farfisa organ, ARP 2600, Vox Continental, Wurlitzer, Prophet 5 VS and the Juno 6. Then we've got drums, we've got the Groove Agent SE from Steinberg, Stylus RMX from Spectrasonics, Spark 2 from Arturia and Retro Hit and Synthwave drums from Beatskills. Then we've got some effects to go with that guitar. We've got Guitar Rig 6 Pro from Native Instruments, and we've got VST amp rack that comes within Cubase. Then we've got the majority of the Korg collection. We've got the Korg M1, we've got the MS-20, we've got the ARP Odyssey, the Poly 6, the Wave Station and the Mono Poly, and we then have Legacy Cell as well, which is a sort of a hybrid between the MS-20 and the Poly 6. There's more. We've then got Roland. We've got the SH2, the SH101, the System 1 and the ProMars. And then we've got some MPE software to go with that Roly Seaboard. We've got the Equator 2 software from Roly, and we've got the Strobe 2 software from FX Expansion. Then there's Spectrasonics. We've got Keyscape, we've got Trillion, and the daddy of them all, Omnisphere. And then from Steinberg, we've got Padshop 2, Halion Sonic, Retrolog, Dark Planet, Prologue, Mystic and Spectre, all of which come within Cubase. We've got the DCO 106 from Cherry Audio, their Juno 106 clone, and then this is the only one that was free. It's the Synth 1. Last but not least, there's a number of pieces of software and apps that I use as well. I've got Cubase, which is my DAW for music production, and I have the Avid Control app on my iPad that allows me to control Cubase remotely. I've got OBS that I use for making all my videos. I've got Canva that I use for making YouTube thumbnails or album covers for my music. I've got OmniTR, which is an iPad app that allows you to remotely control Omnisphere. I've got Adobe Premiere Elements, which is where I do all my video and photo editing. And I have a software editor for programming my FCB 1010 foot controller. And then finally, I have three little apps here. I have IV Cam, which allows me to use my iPad and iPhone as webcams and feed them into OBS. I have an app called Let's View, which allows me to mirror my iPad screen onto my computer desktop. So again, I can then feed that into OBS and I can capture anything that I'm doing on my iPad. And then I've got Space Desk, which allows me to extend my computer desktop onto my iPad screen. So that's it. That's everything I use for music and video production in my little home studio. I hope you've enjoyed this little gear tour, and if you've got any questions on anything that you've seen, then please feel free to leave them in the comments down below, and I will do my best to get back to each and every one of you. Indeed, if you just want to leave any other comments, then please feel free to do so, as all feedback is greatly appreciated, and I'm sure other viewers would be interested in your comments. Also, if you have enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe and ring that bell, as it really does help me to grow the channel. But for now, that's it. I've been Graham, take care and catch you later.